Hello Scorpio, my name is Jason. This is your mid-March reading for 2019. Could be a general reading, could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first couple of minutes, I would say, if this is resonating for you. If it's not, or even if it is, please check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. I find they often resonate much more strongly than the sun sign, especially the rising sign. But for now, Scorpio, you go into this period, the end of March, with the Ten of Swords energy. So perhaps there's been some feeling of betrayal here. You might have felt a bit used about something, but it looks like now this is in the past, or unless it's happening right now, and you're feeling just a bit sore, a bit betrayed, maybe you're reflecting on, oh, well, if this is a love thing, perhaps you're wondering, oh, maybe what did I do wrong? And there might be some regrets there, I'm feeling. What role did I play in this? But look, the 10 swords are all in now. There are no more swords, and there's a new cycle. So if you can dig yourself out of this feeling, then you might be feeling a bit more confident to deal with the next thing that comes along. Look, the sun's coming up in the background there. Okay, you can see that brightness of that yellow coming up. So the only way is up from here, Scorp. So whatever's happened, I'm pretty sure you'll be getting over this. It's the end of the cycle. I hope you do. In your challenge, okay, your challenge position, you have the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground and maintaining your moral high ground. Okay, now you might be giving someone a dressing down, if you like, a serve. Perhaps you might be, I'm feeling, just giving someone a piece of your mind, if you like, and they might be trying to, for some reason, defending themselves, and you're saying, no, this is how it was, and you have the high ground here. You'll see this person with on top of the hill with the wand there, and he seems to be like fighting off the others. Okay, so this is a challenge to stand your ground about whatever it is which has happened. Perhaps this sense of betrayal you've been feeling. Someone said something perhaps they shouldn't have said, and you're just saying, wait a minute, you don't do that to me. So they're feeling quite a strong sort of energy there, Scorp, so good on you. Okay, in your hopes and fears, you have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant talks about institutions, schools, hospitals, law and order, procedures, paperwork, that sort of thing. And it looks like there's some process you are in the midst of at the moment, and you want it to work for you. It's been a pain in the backside, but you're seeing that you know that you have to do it, and in the end you're seeing that it will pay off for you somehow. I'm feeling that whatever this Hierophant energy is, it's trying to treat people fairly. So it could be like a government department somehow, and you see the two people down there. One has the roses on his gown and one has the lilies. I'm thinking one represents the passion, the other one represents the more logical side of things, if you like. And it doesn't matter what mindset these people have, they are bound by the laws that be. And you're hoping that the laws that be will go in your favour somehow for whatever this situation is. So it could be like a legal thing, or it could just be like a battle with an organisation, and you know it's just a whole lot of bureaucracy and paperwork. I'm feeling, okay. We'll maybe tie all this together later. We'll have a look. Okay, in your best attitude position, you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about waiting for the payoff for something. Okay, so you've done all this work, you've swept up all the leaves and the fruit, you've grown these plants to make them bear this beautiful fruit. Perhaps it's about money here, I'm feeling. And now you're waiting and thinking, well, what now? And so because this card's in your best attitude position, maybe you're being encouraged to wait for the outcome patiently. Okay. Of course, you don't want the fruit to rot on the tree either. So there could be sort of, you've got a little bit of time, but you don't want the fruit to spoil or the moment to pass, if you like. So, but at the moment, it's looking like you do have a bit of time to just wait for the right energies to come along or the right decision to come to you. In your outcome position, you have the Two of Wands, which is a beautiful card. The Two of Wands talks about being in a strong position. You'll see how this character here, they're quite well dressed and they're high above the township, if you like. They're in a fairly sound position and they're looking into the distance and they have the world in their hands. And if you have a look at the bottom left hand of the card, you'll see there's the rose and the lily crossed. And you remember when I talked about the rose and the lily in that last card, about the passion versus the objective, more practical side of things. What you'll be doing is you'll be in a position to think in terms of following a passion, following something which is really going to help you see the way forward in a practical sense in something you love. Okay, so that's a wonderful energy. Now there will be some things holding you back. So you see the wand behind this person, it's bolted to the wall. That means there is some responsibility. So perhaps you have like a mortgage or a child or something that you need to sort of look after, but you're still making plans. You've decided that or you're just about to decide that you can start something new. And this is not about escaping something. This is about looking forward to something. All right. So perhaps when you get this payoff here, okay, you'll be able to look forward and make your next move in life or this strategy for whatever you're cooking up. If you're cooking up anything at all, you might be just waiting for the money to come in, waiting for those ships to come in. So I'll clarify some of these now, and we'll try and pinpoint perhaps this Ten of Swords here. So there's this feeling of betrayal that you've had. Someone said something to you, and you're not going to stand for it, and or perhaps they've either said something or done something which was a little below the belt, or it's taking you for granted somehow, and you don't want to cop that. Okay, so find out why is the Ten of Swords here. Remembering that this is the end of a cycle now, no more swords to go in, so you can get up and face that sunny day coming. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Scorpio? Something will come to us. You have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so the Seven of Cups can talk about confusion and it can talk about choices. Okay, and I'm feeling that there's lots of different ways you can go here. The way you handle this, you can handle this with fire and brimstone, or you can handle it with love and understanding. And I'm feeling, because of the way this has been done, you're going to be handling this with the fire and brimstone approach. Okay, don't you do that to me, kind of thing. But there is, even in this energy, it's like this is a result of one of the choices that you made. So perhaps you chose the wrong person to pick an argument with, or you chose the wrong job to go into, or the wrong street to drive down, kind of thing. The wrong person to try and set up a relationship with, something like that. And whatever this was, you have played a part in this. That's what I'm getting there. And of course, when we take a bit of ownership for things, we don't like doing it sometimes, but we feel a bit better when we realise that, well, yes, I had my part to play. Okay, now that's probably not the textbook definition of the card, but that's what came out. Now let's have a look and see, why is the Seven of Wands here? What's the Seven of Wands here for Scorpio? Seven of Wands here for Scorpio, and you have the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups can talk about children. So perhaps there are children involved in this challenge. Okay, or it could also have been something that happened perhaps a long time ago, and you're trying to stand your ground, or perhaps you're trying to protect your children. So perhaps this argument here is about children and maybe a custody battle, or it could be a decision about children, perhaps what school to send them to, or who pays for what, or who has jurisdiction over certain decisions of the children, regarding the children. Something like that, I'm getting there, and you're feeling that you're going to be standing your ground here, okay? And it might be hard because of you might be dealing with someone who's got quite a forceful personality, and that's why it's in the challenge position, I suppose. Let's have a look here now. Okay, now with the Hierophant here, we might be talking about law and order, institutions, stuff like that. Find out why is a Hierophant here for Scorpio. What's a Hierophant here for Scorpio at the end of March 2019? Okay, yeah, okay, so the Three of Swords. So there's been some kind of betrayal here. If it's not a love betrayal, it's again someone taking you for granted, and someone taking more than they should have, and perhaps this was done behind your back, or when you were down and you couldn't see what was coming, and they've come back later on and said, oh, but I had to for this, but you know that that's not the case. Okay, so you're fighting for it now. So you're fighting for some kind of justice here. There's some kind of maybe a legal proceeding going on here about this sense of betrayal. Just trying to see if this is for you. You'll know what this is about. I'm not being drawn to get another card on that one. Let's have a look at the Seven of Pentacles. So you're looking for some kind of payoff now. You've done some work. You've done this paperwork, or you've brought this fruit, this crop to fruition. You've dotted the I's and crossed the T's, and now you're waiting. You don't want to wait too long. You have a little bit of, perhaps there's like I'm feeling there's like a time frame on something, you know, 14 days or 21 days, a certain date that something has to be done by, and you've got a decision to make, and you're still not sure which way to go, which is what all this Seven of Cups decision might be about here. Okay, so why is the Seven of Pentacles here for Scorpio? Seven of Pentacles for Scorpio, mid-March 2019. You have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so whatever this payoff is here, is going to give you this new start, this emotional fulfillment, this yes, thank you, and now I can feel a lot better. So it's going to give you some kind of closure. You won't be, I'm feeling you might be a little bit angry about something. I'm feeling a bit of anger in this reading. But look, whatever this payoff is here, when it comes, the best attitude to take is to, yes, this is my new start here now, and I can let it go. Okay. Now you'll be able to let it go and work on this beautiful new start, which the Two of Swords is sort of offering you. Oh, sorry, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is you looking out into the distance and saying, right, the world is in my hands now. I've got a bit of passion here. What am I going to do with it? Why is the Two of Wands here in the outcome position for Scorpio, mid-March 2019? This one here, you've got the Ten of Cups, you beauty. So this is where you want to head. It's looking really good. You are going to feel so good about standing your ground, and then it's going to allow you to make your decisions and head towards this Ten of Cups. Whatever whatever this was, this issue, it's looking like it's going to go in your favor, and it's going to give you freedom. See the freedom that this person has here, to do what they need to do, and it's going to provide you this sense of happiness, this fulfillment, this finally it's over. And so I'm seeing that there's been some kind of betrayal here, and you've got some justice, and it's looking by the end of the month that it's going to be clear sailing, and it's going to work in your favor. So what a great reading for you to have, even though there was some, some tough stuff in there, but life wasn't meant to be easy, Scorpio. Look, I'll please like and subscribe, and please leave me a comment, any feedback you've got, and hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching.